Hello, everybody. I'm back with some more Kingdom Come Deliverance. Last time we left off, figured out the right way to go about being in the monastery. Yeah. I don't need no forbidden books. Not right now, anyway.
What troubles you?
I found this piece of parchment. It looks like it's been ripped out of a book.
The words mean nothing to me. Ask in the library.
I'd like to ask you
Questions.
something about the monastery. Who's in charge of things around here?
Truthfully, everyone except us. But officially, Abbot Peter. And soon enough, someone else. As if it mattered. Our life will still be work and prayer.
I see. Are there any rifts between the brothers?
Yes. From the moment talk began about electing a new abbot, it's been like a hornet's nest here. Strange you haven't noticed.
Tell me something about electing the abbot.
Abbot Peter is old. When he dies, they'll have to select a new abbot from amongst the brethren. The candidates are John and Nevlas. And if you ask me for my opinion, Nevlas is definitely the right man. Unfortunately, no one cares about my opinion because novices get no say.
Tell me something about life here.
Work, prayer, as if you didn't know. We serve God, and that's the central truth of our lives.
What are the roles of the various monks here?
Someone takes care of the library, someone else the garden. The abbot supervises everyone, and in his absence, the prior. But it's the circators you should worry about. They're the brothers who'll make sure we observe the rule. They can be quite strict, so if you want to avoid getting punished, always act righteously and do your duties honestly.
Who's in charge of things around here?
Truthfully, everyone except us. But officially, Abbot Peter. And soon enough, someone else. As if it mattered. Our life will still be work and prayer.
Are there candidates to be the new abbot?
Are there already candidates to be the new abbot?
Brothers John and Nevlas. But the others have been fighting like dogs because of that. We don't have to fight about anything, though.
I'm interested in John.
This John, who is he?
A circator, and really just an unpleasant old man. It's mostly the older brothers on his side, because they believe he'll protect the status quo and all the benefits that come with long service here.
And
Tell me something
Nevos?
about Nevlas.
Nevlas manages the monastery's property. He's what they call the provost. He'd like to bring back solemnity to the monastery, through reform and by returning to pure faith. A lovely idea, but most of the monks are against it.
Why can't novices vote?
Why can't novices vote?
They say we don't have enough experience to decide about anything. Don't worry, we'll get our chance.
Why does it matter who wins?
Why is who wins so important?
We're young and we'll spend the rest of our lives here. And the abbot decides everything about our lives. Didn't it ever occur to you how powerful he is?
Who would you elect as abbot?
Who would you choose as the new abbot if you could?
Why should I even think about that when I don't have the right to vote? Gregor, don't go poking your nose into other people's business. You'll sleep better at night.
Oh, it's not even going to show up on the map? Oh, that's fun. Alright, the library was up here, though. I do know that.
Ah, Gregor, talk to me.
I'm Gregor, a novice.
I know. But I've no time for idle chat. I transcribe books from dawn till dusk. I've been doing it for years, and I'll be doing it till the day I die.
What, you do nothing else?
It is my penance and my blessing. And now, brother, if you don't mind, I'd like to get this page finished. Talk to me, bro.
I'd like to ask...
Can't you see I'm working?
Okay.
You're interested in what's inside? Forbidden books, written by the devil himself. Forget about them.
Who the heck's the librarian? Or maybe it's downstairs. There was a library there as well.
I'm Gregor and I'm new here.
I know. I saw you in the church during ceremony. I have the feeling we'll be meeting again soon, and often. You see, I'm the circator.
What does that mean?
I make sure everyone observes the rule, does their work, and that everything's the way it should be.
When it's not the way it should be?
Then we're authorized to mete out punishment. But certainly you won't require correction, will you, brother?
I'd like to ask you about something.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery.
Who's in charge here?
Who's in charge of things around here?
Abbot Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't see him. He's always traveling, and on top of that, he's old and infirm. Perhaps the good Lord will bless him with many more years of life.
And what happens when the old abbot dies?
Then we elect a new one.
Are there any candidates to be the new abbot?
Are there any candidates to be the new abbot?
Yes, there are. Brothers John and Nevlas, cursed elections. Since the brothers began talking about them, there's only been strife in the monastery. On one side are brothers who'd like to see John as abbot. On the other, those who support Nevlas, and they seem to be capable of fighting about it forever.
Tell me about John.
Tell me about John.
John is the circator and the oldest brother here. It would be only natural if he took the crozier from Peter. He has experience, merit, and composure. He'd lead the monastery wisely.
Neville?
I'd like to know about Nevlas.
Nevlas manages the monastery's property. He doesn't have the most experience, but his drive and heart are pure, his faith firm, and his ideas rational. Although perhaps he's too keen to change our routines here, which many brothers don't like.
Why is who wins so important?
Why does it matter so much who wins?
Because the future direction of the monastery hangs in the balance. The younger brothers feel they have to work more than their superior brothers, and that some brothers are more concerned with their own comfort than with worshipping God. The older brothers take a different view. They say the younger monks want privileges they haven't earned, and each side has its own candidate.
I thought politics didn't belong in the monastery.
I thought politics weren't part of the monastic way of life.
You're right, but we know nothing besides the monastery, and the abbot's decisions can influence our entire life. Some of the brothers take it very personally.
Who's in charge of things?
Abbot Peter,
And what happens when the...
then we elect...
Don't know why that. Okay. Are there risks among the
Are there ever
brothers?
any disagreements between the brothers?
Unfortunately, yes. The biggest quarrels right now are about the election of the new abbot. They can already see poor Peter in his grave.
Tell me something about electing the abbot.
Tell me something about electing the abbot.
The old abbot is practically on his deathbed. There are two candidates. Half the monastery wants John, the other half Nevlas, and there's no chance they'll come to an agreement. but you've probably already noticed the atmosphere around here.
Riffs.
Are there ever any...
Um,
I understand.
Tell me something about life here.
Tell me something about life here.
Prayer, work, obedience. That just about sums it up.
I'm interested in the rule of St. Benedict.
Can you tell me something about the rule of St. Benedict?
7 centuries ago, Saint Benedict of Nursia wrote a collection of monastic rules, which we still follow today. They're read at every meal. The fundamental precepts are obedience, work, and prayer. We're fully devoted to serving God. The outside world beyond the monastery walls is foreign to us.
Do you never want to know what's going on out there?
And what should be going on? The sky is just as blue and the grass is just as green. Perhaps the rulers change, but the greatest ruler of them all will remain unchanged through the ages.
I'm interested in the monastery's history.
I'm interested in the monastery's history.
It was founded by Saint Procopius 500 years ago. After his death, heretics occupied the place for some time, but then the order was restored and brothers of the truth faith returned.
Heretics, you say?
They wanted to worship God with some foreign rituals, in a language foreign to God. They were driven away and their books burned.
What does each of the monks here do?
What are the roles of the various monks here?
Well, the abbot is the head, but he's not here now. Then there's the prior and the sub-prior, the librarian, the porter, and many others. As a novice, you should be particularly mindful of the circators. They're the ones who maintain discipline and punish bad behavior.
Can you tell me about the novices here?
What can you tell me about the novices here?
What can I say? You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God and to live a monastic life. After a year, you can make your vows and become a fully fledged brother.
I meant something specific about the brothers that are here.
But you know them yourself. Yorick is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager. Perhaps too eager. Siskin is good company, but a bit too worldly for a monk. Antonius is hardworking and will help with anything, but prays less than he ought. Lucas is as quiet as a mouse, and no one knows much about him. And then we have you, about who I know nothing.
Can you leave the monastery?
Can you leave the monastery?
And where would you go? You have everything you need here. Anyway, all the doors here are closed and locked tight, so no one can get in or out.
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
Brother John, obviously. No one's interested in Nevlis and his new ideas.
Who would you like?
The old abbot isn't dead yet. It's too early to talk about elections. But if I had to choose between the two who are already putting themselves forward, John would be my choice.
Who would you like to be the new...
John, there's no other candidate. Nevlis just babbles on and on. Don't take him seriously.
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
Brother John, obviously.
Alright.
I'd like to...
Brother.
Oh.
Stealing is a sin. You should know that as a Christian, and certainly as a monk. Even if I wanted to forgive you, I couldn't. Thou shalt not steal.
Frick. I accept my
Very
punishment.
well, brother. I accept my punishment.
Now, show me what you have on you. I must confiscate anything that's not allowed in the monastery.
I don't have anything on me. I like how it was after I've been here. So that's fun. One day in jail. Ah, well. It's fine.
While I was locked up, someone was making quite a racket in the cellar. Blind drunk, I'm sure of it. Wonder what's been going on.
What do you desire, brother?
About you.
Ask me anything you want.
Tell me something about Nevlas.
Nevertheless is weak and toothless. He's full of hot hair. How anyone could think he'd make a good abbot is beyond me. Enough. I don't even want to hear his name again.
What's going on in the monastery?
I'd like to know what's going on here.
Well, the young brothers feel they don't have the same rights and responsibilities as we, who have spent much of our lives here. And what of it? Privilege needs to be earned. Nevertheless is lying when he says he wants to right wrongs. All he cares about are benefits for himself and his cronies.
Thanks for answering.
Thank you for answering.
What's the third one? I don't care about that one. Okay, go to the church for prayer and mass. Okay.
Not now, brother.
Can't you see we are at Mass?
Hmm. How long does mass take? Wait a minute, this one does that.
obedience given to superiors is given to God. For if the disciple obeys with an ill will and murmurs, not necessarily with his lips, but simply in his heart, God, who sees that his heart is murmuring, and far from gaining a reward for such work as this, he will incur the punishment due to murmurers, unless he amend and make satisfaction. The rule of Saint Benedict, readings on humility. The first degree of humility is obedience without delay. This is the virtue of those who hold nothing dearer to them than Christ, who, because of the holy service they have professed, and the fear of hell, and the glory of life everlasting, as soon as anything has been ordered by the superior, receive it as a divine command, and cannot suffer any delay in executing it. But this very obedience will be acceptable to God and pleasing to men only if what is commanded is done without hesitation. Delay, lukewarmness, grumbling, or objection. For the obedience given to superiors is given to God. For if the disciple obeys with an ill will and murmurs, not necessarily with his lips, but simply in his heart, then even though he fulfills the command, yet his word will not be acceptable to God. Who sees that his
Beans.
heart is murmuring,
Delicious.
and far from gaining a reward for such work as this, he will incur the punishment due to murmurers, unless he amend and make satisfaction. The rule of Saint Benedict, readings on the spirit of silence. Let us do what the prophet says. I said, I will guard my ways, that I may not sin with my tongue. I have set a guard to my mouth. I was mute and was humbled and kept silence even from good things. Here the prophet shows that if the spirit of silence ought to lead us at times to refrain even from good speech, so much the more ought the punishment for sin make us avoid evil words. Therefore, since the spirit of silence is so important, permission to speak should rarely be granted even to perfect disciples, even though it be for good, holy, edifying conversation. For it is written, in much speaking you will not escape sin. And in another place, death and life are in the power of the tongue. For speaking and teaching belong to the master. The disciple's part is to be silent or to listen. For that reason, if anything has to be asked of the superior, it should be asked with all the humility and submission inspired by reverence. But as for coarse jests and idle words, or words that move to laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a perpetual ban. And for such conversation we do not permit a disciple to open his mouth. The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the abbot. Therefore, when anyone receives the name of abbot, he ought to govern his disciples with a twofold teaching. That is to say, he should show them all that is good and holy, by his deeds even more than by his words, expounding the Lord's commandments in words to the intelligent among his disciples, but demonstrating the divine precepts by his actions for those of harder hearts and ruder minds. The abbot should always remember what he is and what he is called, and should know that to whom more is committed, from him more is required. Let him make no distinction of persons in the monastery. Let him not love one more than another, unless it be one whom he finds better in good works or in obedience. And let him not shut his eyes to the faults of offenders, but, since he has the authority, let him cut out those faults by the roots as soon as they begin to appear. Remembering the fate of Heli, the priest of Silo, the well-disposed and those of good understanding, let him correct with verbal admonition the first and second time. But bold, hard, proud, and disobedient characters he should curb at the very beginning of their ill-doing by stripes and other bodily punishments, knowing that the
Nourishment 99.
words. And again, beat your son with the rod, and you will deliver his soul from death.
I just ate with the other. Do I have to keep eating with the others? Oh, wait. Okay, he's done.
Gloria
Gosh darn it. Fine. I'm afraid to skip any because I feel like that'll put me behind my schedule, you know? Alright. Oh, I'm gonna work at the alchemy bench. Okay, alright. I'm cool with that.
I'm Gregor, a novice.
I know. I saw you at the ceremony. My name is Nebulus, and I'm the provost here. I'm in charge of the monastery's property, as well as handling trade with the outside world.
That means you get to leave the monastery?
No, not at all. I just write lists and send them out.
Tell me about
Tell
yourself.
me about yourself.
I'm the provost of this monastery. It's my job to ensure the monks live a humble life and that any surpluses go to the poor. But in reality, I spend all my time making sure my brother's gluttony and the construction of a new church don't swallow up the few resources we have left.
I'm interested in the election of the new abbot.
You're not alone. Everyone's so worked up about that they spent no time considering how they could make the monastery a better place now.
Why? What's wrong with it now?
Many brothers think more about their stomachs than prayer. The older brethren bend the rules of the order to make them fit their interests. So, to balance the scales, they want the novices to lead exemplary lives. Sin abounds here, just as in the outside world.
What sins do the brothers commit?
What sins are you talking about?
The scripture says, "Let he who is without sin cast the first stone." I'm sorry, Gregor, it's not my place to speak about the sins of others.
Tell me about Peter.
Can you tell me about Abbot Peter?
Peter's wise in the ways of politics and a good shepherd, but as you've already heard, he's old and infirm. The other brothers see him with one foot in the grave, but I still have hope for him. But you, brother, don't let yourself get involved in the games of your superiors. Could you help me with something?
With what?
I'm interested in medicine, and I know there's a cure for the abbot's ailment. With your help, I could find out the details, and together you and I could give old Peter a few more years to do good. What do you say?
What do you need
What
me
do you
for?
need me for?
In order to get the recipe for this medicament, a few rules will need to be broken. Now you know, most of the brothers believe every illness is a message from God, and that it's not our place to deny his will. I, however, think if God sent us not just illnesses, but also the medicine to cure them, then it's our duty to relieve people of their suffering. The cure for Abbot Peter's illness could be contained in one of the books in our library, but it will certainly be amongst the Libri Prohibiti, the forbidden books, those we aren't permitted to read.
Why are they forbidden?
Why are they forbidden?
Because they contain occult and demonic practices, witchcraft and all manner of evil. Or so some people claim. It's nonsense, of course. This is nothing but a book of medicine, albeit one written by a pagan. Ibn Sina, also known as Avicenna, is universally acknowledged to be a wise man. But here, at some point, someone decided his book was the work of a Saracen devil and must be kept under lock and key. Since then, no one can even talk about the book. But the three wise men were from the East, were they not?
Do you have any advice?
Is there anything you can tell me that would help?
There's a key to the cabinet in the prior's chambers. The librarian should have another one. Or you can acquire some lockpicks. But I can't tell you where or how. Perhaps Brother Salarius could help.
Where can I find
Where
it?
can I find it?
In the library, there's a large cabinet with a lock on it. The forbidden books are inside. You'll easily recognize what you're looking for. The cover has not only a Latin inscription, but also Saracen letters. Bring it to me, but leave the other books there. No one will notice if one book disappears, but if more were to vanish, someone would certainly begin to look into it, which is exactly what we don't want.
Why can't you do it yourself?
Because I'm one of the highest-ranking monks here, and one day I'd like to become abbot. Can you imagine me crawling around in the black of night searching for a forbidden book?
You could just ask for it.
Do you honestly think I haven't tried? Unfortunately, Librarian Cyril is a stubborn ass.
I'm ready.
One more important thing. There's always someone in the library during the day. To pass unwatched, you'll need to go at night. It's locked, but I'm sure you'll manage to get in. They say Brother Solarius understands locks, but don't tell him why you need it. Once you have the book, bring it to me, and I'll then use it to make Peter's medicine. We'll soon have the election of the abbot over and done with.
Suppose I need to obtain something on the quiet in the monastery.
Listen, brother. Is there anyone in the monastery who can help me get hold of something... well, something that's not so readily available?
Supposing, of course, just hypothetically, you wanted to get something like that, I'd turn to Brother Solarius. They say he used to be a burglar, but you didn't hear it from me.
Here's the book you wanted.
Amazing. This really is it. Now I can use it to prepare a cure for our suffering abbot. Then I'll leave it in the library to make it seem as if Brother Librarian left it lying about. There'll be no investigation. It would be against his best interests, as he'll look like the one who wasn't taking proper care of the books. It will drive him mad. I didn't leave that book out, or did I? Is there anything I can do for you in return?
I'd like to know about the background of the other novices.
I'd be interested in finding out the background of the other novices.
That's a strange wish you have. And the only ones who know everything about the novices are the abbot and the prior. They keep a record of every monk in the abbot's book, but you'll never get your hands on it. It's locked up in the prior's study.
Thanks. You've helped me immensely.
No, thank you. About that book, don't even think about breaking in to get it.
I'm here for daily
I'm
duties.
here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you. There's the alchemist's laboratory. You'll find ingredients in the chests next to it. I want you to prepare 2 marigold decoctions. Once you finish them, you'll find me somewhere nearby. Don't forget to let me know when you're done so I can check them.
Okay, marigold deduction.
This looks like the Saracen language. Ib al-Hassan. That's who I'm looking for. Avicenna.
Where is it? Oh, in here. Okay. Alright, let's read and see what we need. No, I need, next one. Next. Marigold. B. Oh, there we go. Whoever the wounded and battered or has bruises and wounds on his body, let him try drinking this potion for recovery. It helps to heal wounds and gives the body the strength to recover. Should it not be enough, though, better to call a physician. It also aids against hangover. You'll need water, a handful of nettles, and 2 of marigold. Drop the nettle in the water and cook for 1 turn. Leave to cool, drop in the marigold, but don't boil it anymore. Oh, 1 turn of the hourglass. Okay. Yeah. So nettles and marigold. What? Oh no, that started now. Oh shoot. Uh-oh. I can't watch. I can't watch. Oh no. Okay, nettles. Oh no. Okay. Need nettles and marigold. I still feel so bad. Okay, let's read it one more time. I can't. Oh, I don't know what happened. Oh no. Okay. Okay. You'll need a handful of nails, 2 mana, cook for 1 turn. Okay. Let's do help again. It's been a while since I've done this. Varies and each requires a variable number of steps. The first step is always pour in the potion base, which you will find on the shelf to your left. Then you add the ingredients to the cauldron from the shelf on the right. If the recipe demands it, you must take care to grind ingredients using the mortar and pestle. You can use the dish next to the mortar and pestle to prepare these ingredients. Next step is to brew mixtures on the prescribed flame, which is regular by means of the bells. Sometimes it's enough just to warm it on low heat. Sometimes it has to be boiled, so you have to work the bells until the mixture bubbles. You must carefully time how long you brew the potion and using the sand glass. The brewed potion can then be poured directly from the cauldron into the vial or pressed through the distiller. The recipe steps must be adhered to precisely. If you deviate too much from them, the potion will fail and you lose all your ingredients. The whole brewing process will have to be repeated. Okay, wound is help to heal the wound. You will need water, handful of nettles, 2 marigold. Drop the nettles in the water and cook for 1 turn. It doesn't say boil, it just says cook. Okay. Oh. Well. Let's see. marigold. Okay, I got a marigold. Good. Oh. Where is he? Oh, he must still be in.
Talk to me, brother.
I finished my work.
Show me what you've made.
Show me what you've got.
Spectacular, Gregor. You've found your talent. Soon enough, you'll be teaching the other novices.
Okay. Anything else I need to do? Oh yeah, Celius. I want to talk to Celius. Am I not supposed to be leaving? And what I need? I need some savior schnapps. So what do I need for it again? Wine, nettles, and belladonna. Oh, we don't have any belladonna in here. So I can't make any, so I can't save.
Praise be to...
Talk to me, brother.
I'd like to...
What are my daily duties? It's not even saying anything. I guess I can make more potions. Oh. I'll take that. Pick up a bandage. I might need it. I don't know. Guess I'll read a book. Oh, okay. Brother, none of the following skills describes the daily activities you shall attend to in your first years in our monastery. Order and discipline are cornerstones upon which the order of St. Benedict is built. Any violations of this schedule thus marked shall be disciplined by the punishment of solitary confinement. When it is meditation you seek, prayer and study can be substituted for food and sleep. 3 a.m. start of the day, 4 a.m. morning prayer, 6 a.m. common meal, 8 a.m. work in the fratery assigned by Brother Nevelis, noon work in the library assigned by Brother Librarian, 4 p.m. afternoon worship, 6 p.m. vespers common supper, 7 p.m. compline free time before retiring. 9 p.m. rest and nighttime curfew. Jesus Christ be praised, Father Demetrius Prior. So I can wait around if need be, so that's fine. I can read books though, and increase my reading. But I've also read already a ton of these books since I've snuck in many times. Oh well. Alright. What was the time frame again? Work at the Friday, then noon, work at the library. Oh man, his energy's low. Maybe I can make something to increase energy? Eh, probably not. Let me read. I can. You'll need spirits, a handful of valerian, and 2 mint. Grind the mint, boil the mint for 1 turn, add the valerian, and boil for 2 more turns. Distill. Okay. So I can make the cocktail, which is valerian and 2 mints. Which we have. Okay, I need spiritus. Need 2 spirits. No, I need spirits, a handful of valerian, and 2 mints. Grind the mint, boil the mint for 1 turn, add the valerian, and boil for 2 more turns. Distill. Okay. No. Okay, let's do this. We need spiritus. And I need 2 mint. Oh, too late. I'll do it tomorrow, since I'll be here the next day. First, let's go talk to this guy while I can.
What do you desire?
I'd like to ask... Who would you...
John.
I'm looking for...
And what?
I'm looking for...
Lock picks?
I'd like to practice opening locks, just for the fun of it.
Well, why not? So you heard I used to be a burglar, did you? I put it all behind me as soon as I took the vows. But I do have a few lockpicks left. I'll trade them for food. Get me a bite to eat, and you can have your lockpicks. Can't say fairer than that, can I?
Okay.
Salve, be well.
Am I neglecting my duties? Oh, or is it over here? Is it above? It's above. Okay.
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
Do you know what this page is? It seems to be torn out of a book.
I found this piece of parchment. It looks like it's been ripped out of a book. Do you know what it is?
It appears to be a page torn out of Ovid.
Ovid? What is that? Is it the name of a book?
Not what, but who? Ovid was a great Roman poet. We have a few volumes by him in the library, but one of them vanished one day. Now I believe I can guess what happened. Brother Eustace, may the earth rest lightly on him, was quite narrow-minded when it came to classical literature. If a book had any mention of woman at all, he condemned it as a heretical work. If he'd had his way, all such books would have been burned. Ovid's The Art of Love must have been such a thorn in his side that he stole it from the library, tore it up, and hid the pages wherever he could.
Do you want me to put the book back together?
Oh, would you like me to put the book back together again?
Absolutely. Eustace's wits weren't the sharpest, so I'm sure he didn't destroy any of the pages. I imagine he hid them throughout the monastery. It might take you a while to find them all, but when you do, you can rest assured Ovid will return to his rightful place in the library.
I'll look around for it.
I'll look around for it.
Thank you, brother. It's of no great importance, but if you can find
10?
10 pages, I'll be most grateful.
Where should I
Where
look?
should I look?
If I knew, I wouldn't have asked you to do it. The pages of the book could be hidden anywhere, from the garden to the refectory.
Can you tell me something about the book?
The Art of Love is a sort of manual instructing young people how to find and maintain love. It's a lovely work. I don't understand what bothered Eustace so much about it, but as I was saying, he considered the book to be immoral and tore it up to stop it corrupting any of his brothers.
I found a few pages of the torn up
I
book.
found a few pages of the torn up book, but I still don't have them all.
Wonderful. Keep looking then. I'm sure you can find the rest.
I'm here for daily duties.
I'm here to work.
Good. This is most likely the first time you've ever done this in your life. But it's easier than you think. Just a bit of practice and learning Latin. Here's the original, and here are the blank parchments on which you'll copy what you read in the original. Is that clear? Then you may begin, and try not to make a mess of it.
Okay. This another mini game or oh no. This looks horrible. I don't think it's good too. There's no dots above that, so I think it is gum or gun. Okay, help me. How about that one? Oh, I hate this. This sucks. I'll go with that one. I don't know. I don't see a dot for an eye, so we're not going with that. In fact, I don't see any dots for any eyes on the first top line, so that's wonderful. I think this is it, because I think the venti is the first word, second line down. I'm going with this one. I think this one's right. Okay. No, that's an Amramus. No, that's not an S. That's two Fs. So I think it's this one. Okay. How I do? Hopefully I do fine. Hopefully I don't get smacked upside the head. My gosh. This is interesting. I won't say it's not interesting, but I wasn't expecting doing this in the game after all that I've done through so far.
Oh no, such a waste of parchment. How could you?
I'm sorry. I gained reputation, though. You want me to do it again?
Talk to me, brother.
Is it possible to learn?
Only the abbot and...
And can I see them?
No. The abbot writes and keeps his records in his chambers, and only he and the prior are permitted to read them.
Am I going to do this again? No. Okay. But I'm up here. I can at least read. If you don't have an actual name, I'm not gonna talk to you. Just gonna go ahead and increase my reading much as I can.
Don't even look at that cabinet. It contains forbidden books.
I don't want to look at the forbidden books. Oh, I've technically stolen these. I didn't mean to. I'll put them back. I guess it doesn't matter.
Are you
I wasn't looking at him. Leave me alone. Learning how good meat is brewed. Interesting. On Prague. Interesting. On tournaments. My reading! Leave me alone. Stop tempting me, sir. Now let's just drop these back in there. Cool. Alright, then. Can I sit anywhere and wait? That might be more helpful. Honestly, how's my rep now? I've gained 2 increases and such, so... Oh, they love me at the monastery. Oh, leave me alone. Alright, was it, I've done the library, so wait till 4 p.m. Okay. 2, 3, 4, so until 16. So I wait 3 hours. And I need to find food. So I can get lockpicks. It shouldn't be that difficult. And then I wander around at night. Fun stuff. I haven't looked... Oh, this is neglecting my daily schedule? Fine. And how long am I here for worship? Till 6. Alright. So there. I'll go ahead and wait. My energy is so low, you guys. Let's just stop right here. Oh, and since it's supper, I can grab some food maybe from the kitchen.
Sought to lead us at times to refrain with salve.
Forget.
For speaking and teaching belong to the master. The disciples' part is to be silent and listen. And for that reason, if anything has to be asked of the superior, it should be asked with all the humility and submission inspired by reverence. But as for coarse jests and idle words, or words that move to laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a perpetual ban. And for such conversation we do not permit a disciple to open his mouth. The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the abbot. Therefore, when anyone receives the name of abbot, he ought to govern his disciples with a twofold teaching. That is to say, he should show them all that is good and holy, by his deeds even more than by his words, expounding the Lord's commandments in words to the intelligent among his disciples, but demonstrating the divine precepts by his actions for those of harder hearts and ruder minds. The abbot should always remember what he is, and
Okay, my nourishment's
More is
fine.
permitted. From him, more is required.
And then it is an hour for free time. Cool. It is the free time I'm looking for. Boom. Stop it right there.
Written, the fool is not corrected with words. And again, beat your son with the rod, and he will deliver his soul.
Go to bed. What? I thought I'd be able to... I still think I can hang out a bit, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, it's above. Man.
Be well.
Salve Domini.
Looking for a specific brother. The one who wants the food.
And brigands are like weeds. Burn them down and they just sprout up somewhere else.
God be with you.
Peace be with you, brother. My name's Gregor, a novice.
You can call me Siskin. Now, are you here of your own free will, or is this a punishment? Although, it's not important. Welcome to Purgatory.
Did you say purgatory?
You'll see soon enough. Soon enough.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer not to talk about my past.
Are you hiding something? Why are you so reluctant to tell me anything about yourself?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the son of the famed Sir Smil Flashka of Pardubitz? I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approaching, so he decided to send a son to the monastery. And, being the youngest, the lot fell on me. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me, in a monastery. So I took what coin I could from home with me, so I didn't lose out completely.
You didn't have come here if you didn't want to.
But you didn't have to come here if you didn't want to.
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate. I had one choice, the monastery or nothing. If it had come to that after my father's death, so be it. But to get rid of me while he's still alive...
He must have figured out that you
They
robbed
must
them.
have realized you robbed them.
I donated some of the silver to the monastery when I came in, just to piss them off. I can just see my my siblings, arguing with the abbot to give it back.
And you stashed away the remainder?
Indeed so.
What's your plan with this treasure?
To get out of here as soon as I can. I'll wait another year or two until my hot-headed brothers cool off a bit, and then I'll take the silver and run off somewhere, far, far away from here.
That's all I wanted to know.
Please, keep it to yourself, especially the part about the coin.
How is it that you don't get any penance for missing morning prayers?
I've paid off the circators to turn a blind eye. And the other monks don't notice as long as you show your face there from time to time. No one's too awake at that time of the morning.
I'd be interested to hear what you think about the other novices. Tell me about Antonius.
Oh, if there was a monk I'd recommend as a friend, with of course the exception of myself, it would be Antonius. He has a calm soul, he's easy to talk to, and you can always rely on him.
That's all, thanks.
That's all.
What'd I just get? Whoops. Still looking for the scattered pages, my gosh. Alright.
Greetings, brother.
Greetings to you, brother. I'm Yodok, the oldest of the novices. I hope you'll like it here in the monastery and that you won't get into trouble.
Trouble?
You're young, perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the order. I suggest you get to know the older monks. You never know when you might come in handy.
What do you think of the other novices?
I'm interested in the other novices. What can you tell me about Siskin?
Well, he's always got a smile on the new friend. But I reckon he don't belong in the monastery. He spends more time dreaming of the world outside than tending to his duties. I'm surprised he hasn't been thrown out already. If it was up to me, he'd be out on his ear right away.
Sounds like you don't have much time for him.
I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. Believe me, Gregor, he's hiding something from us. In fact, now I come to think of it, I haven't seen him at morning prayers for a while.
What can you tell me?
Oh, I was...
Do you know anything about Antonius?
Only that he came to the monastery voluntarily, because he didn't want to work in his father's shop. Antonius is all right. You can rely on him. He won't betray your confidence. He's always happy to help, which is more than can be said for the other brothers.
It's Antonius, isn't it? He's the guy I'm looking for.
I've read the abbot's book. It says in there that you're not as saintly as you make out. Actually,
You broke into the abbot's quarters to spy on me? You won't get away with it.
I wasn't interested in your opinion about what I did. What interests me is you and what the book has to say about you.
I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm going to report you.
Just try it, and I'll smack you so hard your feet won't touch the ground.
No, don't hit me. I won't say anything to anyone, I promise.
Can you tell me something?
I would if there was anything noteworthy to say. I'm just the ordinary son of a landowner, now a monk. There's nothing in my past, present, or future that anyone could find interesting.
Why did you join the monastery?
Because it was better than living in poverty. As the youngest son, I'm not entitled to inherit my father's estate, but he was kind enough to sell off some cattle and send me here. And you know what? I'm glad to be here. It's better than mucking out manure.
Guess I have already been in the abbot's quarters and read the book.
What would you like?
I'd be interested to... What can you tell me about...
That there's no man alive less suitable for the monastic life than him.
You don't know young Lord Capon.
I've heard things. Siskin must have been like him. Fighting, drinking, fornicating. But then he ended up in here.
Why is he in the monastery?
No one knows. Maybe he's hiding from something. Or maybe he's being punished.
Do you think he has a secret?
Don't we all? But unlike the others, he absolutely refuses to speak about his life before the monastery.
That's all I wanted to know about him. What about Yodok?
Be on good terms with him. If you show even the slightest hint you don't like him, he'll make your life hell. He's a slimy little pedant who'll rat you out to the superiors. Once he finishes his novitiate, I imagine he'll want to climb his way up the ladder to at least Sir Cater. He's a man who enjoys ordering others around.
That's all. Thanks.
Eh.
I'm Gregor, a novice. I saw you at the ceremony.
I know. It was hard not to notice you.
And you are?
Lucas, also a novice. Don't get upset, but I don't want to talk to you. I'm happiest alone.
I'd like to know something...
I don't know much, but ask away.
What can you tell me about Siskin?
Not a lot. I don't know him. Actually, I don't know much about him at all. Except that he's not a stickler for rules.
You really don't know anything about anyone? Well, thanks anyway.
Don't get upset. I'm sorry I can't tell you more. I just haven't felt like getting to know anyone yet.
I'd like to know...
I
What can... Not... Do you know anything?
I don't. He doesn't like me, and he's on very friendly terms with the Circators. That's about it.
Tell me about...
I'd like to, but there's nothing to tell.
Are you just...
Why should...
I'd have thought you might want to know who you'll be spending the rest of your life with. I definitely do. In fact, I probably already know more about them than you do.
Don't get upset. I'm sorry I can't tell you more. I just haven't felt like getting to know anyone yet.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
Guy, there's nothing I can tell you.
I mean, where you're from, what sort of life you had before, that sort of thing.
I'm a novice, and my monastic name is Lucas. Nothing else matters.
Come on. Is there really nothing at all you can tell me?
I could, but I don't want to. I'm sorry. I want to stay focused on work and prayer, not on who I once was. I never will be again. What has been isn't important for us. We cast the past aside when we walked through the monastery gates and took our oath. Never forget that.
What the frick? That's personal. Okay, that everyone then that I'm supposed to be looking for? I guess it is. Go to bed. I want, though... to find the guy who will take this food off my hands. Or if it would be sitting on the windowsill.
Praise be to our Lord Jesus.
What do you desire?
I'm interested...
You're not alone. Everyone's so worked up about that, they spent no time considering how they could make the monastery a better place now.
Why? What's wrong with it now?
Many brothers think more about their stomachs than prayer.
Yeah, for this. Alright.
Tell me something about...
A new abbot has to be elected once the old one dies. All the brethren can vote, with the exception of novices. The abbot's crozier will be conferred on whoever is chosen, and he'll take the vow. When he becomes abbot, a monk spends most of his time dealing with politics outside the monastery, instead of actually leading the monastery. But he still maintains a fundamental influence on life here.
I'd be interested to know more about Brother John.
I don't like to speak ill of people, but Circuitor John is the worst person the monks could pick to represent them. He's nothing but an old schemer and pedant who preaches water but drinks wine. He's won the older brethren over because they know he won't call an end to their debauchery.
Why do you want to become abbot?
Why do you want to become abbot?
Because when I see the way things are headed around here, I have no other option. Itinerant preachers speak of the corrupted black heart of the church, and I can't deny there's truth in what they say. I'd like to change things and bring back meaning and esteem to the monastery.
That's all. Thank you.
Peace be with you.
Things
joint?
You might be wrong. And besides, God will be out.
He'll still be on this earth for many years to come.
I wish all good health upon him, but I want it. Only a new abbot can bring that.
Waiting patiently.
Peace be with you, brother.
No, clear off. Let me sleep.
All right. This will save, so that'll be nice. I'm gonna try to pickpocket his lockpicks off of him. This one? No. Alright, fine. I'll go back to sleep. I cannot steal it from him. It's nice I got a bed, though. A lot of people are just sleeping on the floor. Oh, I cannot read in that. That's great. Let's go over to the firelight so I can read it. 3 a.m. start of the day, so very soon people will be waking up. I specifically need him up so I can get the lockpicks. Right here. You better not be gone. Okay, good. We'll just wait a bit for him to wake up. Because, unfortunately, I have no other way of finding him. So I have to wait for him to wake up so I can get some lockpicks off of him. Jeez. Ah, well. Yeah, I forgot there's something I need to adjust there. Alright, good. Come on, 3 o'clock, everyone wake up. Yep, see, there's someone starting to wake up. I don't even have a torch on me to help with this. This sucks. I can barely see the guy, but he's getting up. Good, 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 good. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Peace be with you, brother.
And you, I have your food. Give me lockpicks. No, 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 no. Get over here. Talk to me. Hey. Hey. Hey, where are you going? Hey. I am not. Shut. I want to talk to this guy. Talk to me. No. Frickin' jerks. It's 3 a.m. Let me go to frickin' do what I'm supposed to do. Damn it. What, you want me to frickin' sit on the toilet? Here, fine. Yeah. Sitting on the toilet. Well, I gotta hold up now. Why can't I just... It says I have to wake up. I wake up. Do I have to stay here, though? It's a little bit frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. Wasn't so bad for a little while, but now it's fucking... Oh, actually, that is nice. I'll take the torch there. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're up from here. Frontal cow, wool fabric. I'll take that. Why not? Maybe I'll take that as well as food. Okay. So what time does things start then? 4 a.m. start a prayer. Stop it there. All right. Come on, come on, wake. Alright, can I go now? I need to get to prayer. Yeah, frickin' finally. Alright. Through. Is he in here? The prior's here. I haven't talked to the prior.
Not now, brother. After Mass.
Okay. Fun. Wait an hour. That's fine. It's fine. Oh. Alright, where is he? No, no. Oh, you're hovering. Or it looked like you were for a minute. I think 7 o'clock was when I needed to be done with prayer, at least. Oh, no, eat with the others. Okay. Oh yeah, hi Prior, can I talk to you now?
I'm a new brother, a novice, Gregor. I don't know my way around here yet. You're in charge of the whole monastery, aren't you?
Welcome amongst us. Yes, yes. The Lord wanted me to take over the abbot's duties in his absence, but Mainly, I'm a servant of God, just like you and all the other brethren. Before God, there's no difference between us. How do you like it here?
It's wonderful.
It's wonderful here.
I'm glad to hear it. May your enthusiasm last.
Will you tell me something about how the abbot is elected?
Of course. Abbot Peter is old, and we're afraid he'll soon be with our Heavenly Father. When he's gone, someone else will have to lead the monastery. All the elder brothers will assemble to choose who that is.
Anyone can become the abbot.
Precisely. We have two candidates, Nevlas and John. As the spiritual shepherd of all of the brothers here, I'm not allowed to publicly express a preference for either. And as a novice, you shouldn't be involved in the election. I know that some brothers have already begun scheming, but don't even think about getting mixed up in it. With the blessing of the Holy Spirit, all will end up as it should be.
Okay. I'm... Game. Not even giving me a chance here, game.
Cannot suffer any delay in executing it. But this very obedience will be acceptable to God and pleasing to men only if what is commanded is done without hesitation. Delay, lukewarmness, grumbling, or objection. For the
Praise be to
obedience
Christ, brother.
given to superiors is given to God. For if the disciple obeys with an ill will and murmurs, not necessarily with his lips, but simply in his heart, then even though he fulfills
I'm looking for...
And
yet his work will not be
I'm
Luck?
God, who sees that his heart
I'd like to...
Well,
and far
so
from
you heard.
being a
I'll
reward
trade.
for such work as
Yes, I have food. Take the bread. Take the bread roll. Take the cabbages. You know what? Just do I have a take all? I guess not. Take the cheese. Oh. Then take the onions. Take the drinking water. I want lockpicks. Or at least one. Jerk, you still want more? Alright, fine. That is totally fine. I know where to get more food. Steal all. I'll frickin' give you food. I'll give you all the food I can find.
persons in the monastery. Let him not love one more than another, unless
What
it
troubles
be
you?
one whom he finds better in good
I'm
works
and-
or in obedience. And let him not
I'm
shut
looking
his
for
eyes
luck.
to the faults of offenders,
I'd...
but
Well, what-
since he has the
so you-
authority,
I'll tr-
let him cut out those faults.
Alright. I guess he doesn't want the salt. Okay, do I have enough to buy one? No, I still need a grosham. Shoot.
Your son with the rod, and you will deliver his soul.
Yeah, I know I'm trespassing. I just need one lockpick. The drinking water. Yes. I could take that. Looks like there is a cheese here. Bread. Anything else just lying about that I could just yoink? might be enough now, right?
Of such a nature as to keep them from idleness and at the same time not overburden them or drive
I'm looking for
them
some.
with
And
toil. Their weakness must be taken into
I'm
consideration
luck?
by the abbot. The
Well,
rule of Saint
say
Benedict
I'll tr-
readings on the spirit of
No!
Brother? You were somewhere you shouldn't have been. Don't you know?
Fun! No, I refuse.
Very well, brother.
Now,
No. 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 Sometimes this game. Come on. Yeah, I know. I'm serving jail. Come on. No, I'm loading. Gosh darn it. This is fine. Also, I can skip the morning prayer for once, I think. It did say that you won't get in trouble much as long as you're not caught. Alright, I'll do this. Fine. I'm just gonna raid the frickin' area there.
The rule of Saint Benedict, readings on humility. The first degree of humility is obedience without delay. This is the virtue of those who hold nothing dearer than Christ, who, because of the holy service they have professed, and the fear of hell, and the glory of life everlasting, as soon as anything has been ordered by the superior, receive it as a divine command, and cannot suffer any delay in execution. But this very obedience will be accepted. stripes, and other bodily punishments, knowing that it is written, the fool is not corrected with words. And again, beat your son with the rod, and you will deliver his soul from death.
What do you desire?
The rule of
And what?
readings on the spirit of silence.
I'm looking for
Lock picks?
I'd like to.
Well, what? So I'll trade.
Now I should have enough. There's no way I don't have enough for one lockpick. I don't have enough, do I? No, I have just enough. Yes. Oh, but I could also haggle. Let's go with it.
Power of the tongue. For speaking and teaching belong to the master.
Good.
The disciples
Okay.
are to be silent to listen. And for that reason, if anything has to be asked of the superior, it should be asked with all the humility and submission inspired by reverence. But as for course...
Okay, I have a lockpick, which is really all I need because I have really good skills with it right now. Vitality. Hello. You can just spell with anything. You won't suffer from eating poison or spoiled food, but neither will you have any positive effects from it. Does not apply to alcohol. Sprinter. You run faster, but also tire faster. Sprinting is 20% faster, but costs 20% more stamina. You run slower, but keep up for longer. Your speed is 20% slower, but demands 20% less stamina. I want Sprinter. As for regular skills, my stealth went up. That's nice. After committing a crime, you get a +1 bonus on strength and vitality until you're caught or leave the scene of a crime. Et tu brute, your attack from behind will be 1/3 stronger. Yeah. Alright, so I will go work in the frattery with other nihilists, whatever. Wait an hour. I'm gonna do things normal. I'm not gonna do anything to get, like, caught or anything, air quotes. I want to, very much just...
Brother! What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be...
I was feeling a bit queasy.
Really? This time I'll look the other way. But next time, you won't get out of being punished.
Thank you. I am very thankful. Boom. I like how I just said that and I nearly got in trouble. Okay.
What troubles you?
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you. There's the alchemist's laboratory. You'll find ingredients in the chests next to it. Concoct 2 buck's blood potions. Once you finish them, you'll find me somewhere nearby. Don't forget to let me know when you're done so I can check them.
Buck's blood. Never made that before. Then again, I haven't made a lot of things. Alright. What needs to be done for Buck's blood? There we go. Oh, gosh. Whoever is short of breath or weighed down by heavy armor, let him drink this, and he will be less tired. You will need oil, a handful of St. John's wort, 1 of comfrey, 1 of dandelion. Grind the St. John's wort. Drop the St. John wort and comfrey into the cauldron and boil for 1 turn. Leave to cool. Add the dandelions, but do not boil. St. John, dandelion, and comfrey. bring it back to where we were before. All the way back. My gosh. Okay, St. John's Wort, Dandelion, Comfrey. Alright. And it says need oil. Oh, my clothing is filthy. Okay. Need to grind the St. John's Wort. This St. John's Wort, and I need the comfrey. And boil for 1 turn. All right. Leave to cool. Add dandelions, but do not boil. Hey, stop boiling! Cool. 2 buck blood. It's a good way of learning my alchemy.
I finished my work.
Show me what you've made. Spectacular, Gregor. You've found your talent. Soon enough, you'll be teaching the other novices.
Good. Okay, so...
What?
I'm not gonna get into any trouble until I can sleep and save. That way I don't lose my lockpick. I'm gonna do whatever they want. Noon, I need to work in the library.
What troubles?
I'd like to ask... Who would you...
John. There's no other candidate. Neville's just babbles on and on. Don't take him seriously.
Ah, Gregor.
I'd like to ask you... Who would you like to be...
The old abbot isn't dead yet. It's too early to talk about elections. But if I had to choose between the two who are already putting themselves forward, John would be my choice.
Man. Even in the place where he works, he can't get people to frickin' want to vote for him.
Talk to...
I'd like to ask... Who would you like...
Well, the old abbot isn't dead yet. It's too early to talk about elections. But if I had to choose between the two who are already putting themselves forward, John would be my choice.
Not a single one. I don't know if I've asked anyone that's in like the black robes that's not said John. Wait a minute, wait. Where's my Okay, it's not noon yet, that's why. Wait a little bit. Now.
What would you like?
Here for
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you.
Oh, for goodness sake. That's an F. Looks like an F. Or is it an L? There's no two T's in that one, so it's not the Edo. And I do think that is an L. So go with the loot. Ooh. Alright, that's what I think it is. Watch it not be right. The poor paper.
I can hardly believe it. Good gracious, so many mistakes.
Still, reputation gained. Rep gained. So you know what? I'll take it. Oh, gosh.
Praise be.
Are you interested in what's inside? Forbidden books, written by the devil himself. Forget about them.
Ah, Gregor.
What is it, brother?
I'd like to ask you, who would you like to be?
John, definitely. Now, compared to him, Nevlus is young and inexperienced. John has the wisdom of age, and he already has the respect that Nevlus will have to earn.
Yeah, everyone wants John right now.
Grace Beats.
I'd like to ask, who would you like to be the new abbot?
What kind of question is that? John, of course. Nevlas isn't the kind of candidate you can take seriously.
Gregor, talk to me.
I'd like to ask, who would you like to be the new abbot?
The old abbot isn't dead yet.
Yeah, it'd be John. Yeah. Gosh darn. And I haven't noticed anything about, like, a smuggling operation yet, either.
Get away from that cabinet. The books stored in there aren't for your eyes to see.
I don't want them. Alright. What else do I have? Afternoon Worship. The 4. Actually, quite a lot of time has gone by. Oh, I'm dumb. I just... Let's do it there. I saw the 4 and 14. It's like, oh, there's the 4. I need no, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, so 16. Yeah. I'll end it right before or right on it. That way I can just go straight there. There. Good. That should do. Oh, my energy's low. Oh, no. Go to the church for prayer and mass. again until 6. So I'll just wait here then. Yes, yes, yes. Into there. I am not! Shut up!
By his words, expounding the Lord's commandments in words to the
Salve,
intelligent
be well.
among his disciples, but demonstrating the divine precepts by his actions for those of harder hearts and ruder minds. The abbot should always remember what he is and what he is called, and should know that to whom more is committed, from him more is required. Let him make no distinction of persons in the monastery. Let him not love one more than another, unless it be one. Admonition the first and second time. But bold, hard, proud, and disobedient characters he should curb at the very beginning of their ill-doing by stripes and other bodily punishments. Knowing that it is written, the fool is not corrected with words. And again, beat your son with the rod, and you will deliver his soul from death.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go to sleep yet. I wanna go to the cellar. Because there is stuff going on down here. Oh, I'm trespassing. Never mind. I will, Oh, I'm gonna go sleep and save real quick. Then I'll go down into the cellar. Mainly, I just want the save bit. Just for a couple minutes, that alone should be able to get me save, right? Right? Saved? Let's just do this normal so we can make sure. Sleep till midnight. Then we'll go about looking around. Okay, so I need to go to the cellar, and I need to go to the library a bit, because we need the, Shut up.
You've seen us drinking here, so either join in or swear you won't tell a soul. You won't want to end up like Lucas now, would you?
Ah. I'll join
Right.
you.
I wouldn't mind some wine.
That's more like it. Sit down and have a drink, my lad. Quite right, brother. Just sit down and drink with us. When the wine runs out, Yuruk will fetch more. What would you like?
What are you doing here?
Drinking.
What does it look like? Drinking.
But we're all monks.
Youngster, when you're as old as I,
you'll understand.
But you're the Cicators. You're the ones meant to be keeping order here. How can gambling and drinking be a fitting part of a monk's life?
If you really want to know, see for yourself.
All right, have it your way.
I'll say one thing, brother. This wine would grace the Pope's table.
I'm not so sure. It's a bit sour. God knows what's in it.
Don't be absurd. It's a first-class cask, direct from Zneumo.
No, I know the taste of a good vintage, and this isn't it. I bet you that wretch Yoro got the cask mixed up.
Nonsense, it's perfectly drinkable.
No, it isn't. It's sour. No matter. We'll get more soon, so good health.
Good health.
Good health.
What troubles you?
Let's drink.
Let's drink.
That's the idea. And what should we drink to?
How about to the abbot?
To the abbot it is. But wait a minute, lad. Which one?
Peter.
To Peter.
So, to Peter. He's done so much for us, but his time is at hand. To his immortal soul.
Let's drink.
Let's drink.
That's the...
How about to the abbot?
To the abbot.
To John.
To Abbot John.
That's more like it.
You mentioned Yodok. What does he do for you?
Well, nothing much. He's just a little suckling like you. He'll do whatever it takes to stay on our good side. Sometimes we make use of him when there are errands to run.
Where'd you get the wine from? I thought the monastery cellars were guarded.
So they are. But this wine isn't from the monastery. Listen, lad, would you help us out with something? This cask is almost empty and we need a new one. We're a bit old for such exertions, but you, on the other hand...
I'll help you. What do I need to do?
Ha! I knew it! Help Novice Yorick arrange for a new cask. Talk to him first thing in the morning, and by tomorrow night, the cask can be on the table.
All right, I'll talk to him. About you and the election. Will you tell me more about it?
Ask me anything you want.
Thank you for answer. I'll be going, brothers. It's been good to sit with you a while.
Do us a favor, brother. Stay a little longer and have another drink with us. Here, some wine for you.
Oh, all right, but that's the last cup. I'll be going, brothers.
Do us a favor.
Thanks, but I won't have any more. I need my sleep.
As you wish, brother, as you wish. We'll be heading off soon ourselves.
Ah, down the hatch.
Every gulp and shriek is never true.
No wonder. With our throats going dry all day.
Next time we'll get Yorick to bring some rye wine.
Need the stairs up. That's very hard. That's not what I'm looking for. This is need the ones for going up to the library. Oh, it's right here, isn't it? Yes.
Oh, frightened me. Why aren't you in the dormitory?
Sleep again real quick. Okay. Cool. Good to know. Still need that book though, so I've saved, so I'm gonna keep going.
What have we here? That's it. The book with information about the novices.
Back by diligence.
Interesting. But I still don't know which one of them is pious.
Alright, I knocked out the abbot. I need to get out of here now. Oh. And then 4 a.m. morning prayer. Alright. I think we'll end it there for today. I might be on a bit later with some more gaming. I don't know yet. And if so, it might be Harry Potter. Though, again, we'll see. But for now, thank y'all for watching. And definitely tomorrow there will be more disco. So look forward to that. But thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. And I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Bye.